How you guys doing? This is Mark. You know me from my series on how to pay off your car loan in 36 months without being cheap or giving up Starbucks. I still have not gone to Starbucks. I'm not going to park. I'm not getting in that long line. I'm in California, so hopefully within the next couple of weeks it opens up. Till then, no Starbucks. So today, basically what I've been doing, Brandon Dawson has this book on emergency response, and he has one section where he talks about how you have to look at your finances and cash reserves. So I went through my cash reserves, so it's like, okay, I had credit, and you don't count credit as a cash reserve. Kind of like credit is like your last resort. So I had to remove all the credit cards and stuff I've opened up and find out what my actual real cash was. So I looked at it and said, okay, I need to go out, work some jobs, make some more money. So that's why I had the one commission job that I'm going to start soon. I have one more I'm going to talk on Monday. I have one I still haven't had an interview for. And then I have some others I'm talking to, but like, I don't know. I told them about the salary. They were supposed to call me Friday, and they didn't call. So I don't know what to do. You guys tell me, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like. And then I know I've been working on my other series on like with the car loan. I have the $25, $25, $75, $125 programs to help you pay off your car loan. 16,707, probably 16,740 of you have looked at the video and gave me some type of feedback on how it helped you with your pay off your car loan. As you know, the average new car loan is $554 over a 72-month period. The IRS depreciates a car after 60 months. So basically that final 12 months, you're just paying for nothing. It's just pure cash. Because if you get into an accident or nothing, basically you're going to get zero, or maybe they'll give you like that customary $2,000. They'll pay off the car, and that's all you're going to get. But then that's when you're going to hate life. Just think if you're driving a Mercedes for like 6 years, your payments are $554, and then like the insurance is probably at least, I'll assume you went to Adriana Insurance and you got like $180. That's still like almost $760 a month. Do you want to do that over 72 months? Or do you want to use my strategy where I say, hey, to pay off your small bills so you can pay extra $15, $20, $30 a month on your car loan? And then, hey, if you get an insurance, maybe hey, if you get the unemployment, some of you got like that $1,200 bonus, you should just throw that at your car loan. Some of you got that. Some of you got the $600 a week for 13 weeks. Take that little extra, throw it at your car loan. Get it away from you, because that'll force you to get back to work faster, because you don't want to hold on to that money. You don't want to go into our office saying, what have you been doing all these months unemployed? Nothing. I did that back in 1995 when I got laid off. All I did was go to Yankee Doodles. I was at Legends. I was at, there's another club somewhere down on Belmont Shore. There was another one down on PCH down by my house where they introduced me to Jägermeister. And I was going out to clubs in like Hollywood and stuff. 6 months, and then hanging out with the escort next door. She wanted me to like look after her at the club, so I did that. But then when I went in and talked to the job people, like, what kind of job you have? Well, I haven't been doing nothing. I've been working as a mini bodyguard. Okay, Mr. Morris, we'll give you a call. So I realized I don't think they want to just hear I've been unemployed for 6 months and I got laid off. So what did I have to do? Went to Craigslist, got a job. Went to a temp company, got a job. Went back to Craigslist, got some accounting jobs, got some QuickBook jobs, worked in a convention center, did all these different jobs. So when I went for another job, interviewed to do like a more like a long-term job, like, okay, did this and that. How can I help you? Boom. Ended up working for UPS for like 3 to 4 months, until finally they said California was too expensive and they moved out the state, so I got laid off again. So then it started to cycle for me again, looking for jobs, looking for a job. Ended up back at UPS, ended up at FedEx for a while. Then I ended up working ended up working for a construction management company. And then eventually I got back into like a similar field with like equivalent pay. But it's gonna take you at least 2 years to find an equivalent paying job. That's why I'm saying, if you get laid off or something, don't worry about it. Because you don't get upset when you get that first job. I was saying, like, once you get laid off, go find a job. Don't sit at home, because all they're going to do is, if you get laid off, or they take that little extra money that you're going to get, is they just deduct it from your unemployment check. So I would do that. So $25, 75, 125. You think it's, hey, even if you have a used car, the average used car payment is $354 over a 60-month period. Do you want to pay off a car for 60 months? That's why people hate life. They go out and buy all these cars and then they realize they're paying $554 for the car plus 180 for, like, if you get Adriana insurance or some other low cost carrier. That's like at least 700. Even if I have a used car, 350 plus. I'm paying 350 for a car plus 133, so that's almost 5. So for a used car, so if you got a used car, if you got a new car, you're gonna have to pay. And when you don't have that much money, you have that like no cushion. That's when you start hating jobs, and you're like, oh, that's why I think so many people quit during this pandemic thing. I'm in California, the city of sex with everyone, homeless on the street, Hollywood. What else is here? Marvel, Disney. People just laid down. I could not believe it. And I was thinking, why did people, like, at least the people in Michigan with that psycho lady, Trump should wear a mask. I like to take that mask and smack her in the head with it, but she's just going off on that. I think that's just to distract from Biden, so don't worry about that. People are gonna get tired after a while. I'm like, okay, we get it, but she's just crazy. But why did so many people lay down, especially here? I could not believe it. Like, look out my window. That is like, I have like a bunch of warehouses. I got Amazon. I got Prologis across the street. There's like another couple of warehouses down the way. And it's Saturday. It's like basically like a ghost town. It's been like that since about mid-May, about March. Kind of picked up a little. But I'm thinking about, why did people just, it took a bunch of protesters, which I have to give a shout out. Give a shout out to the Huntington Beach protesters. If it weren't for them, I think California would still be on lockdown. I needed my white brothers to rally, say, hey, we want to go to the beach. And they don't want to put half these politicians in office. I can see locking down LA County like Garcetti's doing. He's like, oh, these dumb black people and Mexicans, nobody care about them. Because all the cities of money, they already, there's a word for it. God, I can't. Annex themselves from the cities. So like Beverly Hills and all those cities, if they really want, they can stop the county services and pay for things themselves. But you have people like at the 385 East 116th place, from like downtown to maybe the Pico Rivera area to Felice area, like that whole area. And it's mostly Hispanic, black, Skid Row. So you can lock it down forever because there's nothing down there. Trust me. I sold my grandmother's house. He's like, I'm gonna give you 100. I think he gave me $80, then $19,417. Had to go to the state because my grandma was using Medicare. Then I had to pay for the other bills, and after that, the reason I sold that house, first I had the friend of the family land. I wanted the friend of the family and my uncle to only pay me $300. That's all I was asking them for. A 2-bedroom house, had a nice backyard with an avocado tree, even though the neighbor's dogs barked quite a little bit. This still was a nice house, even if it was a ghetto. It's like a big house. And what did they do? They let the house go into foreclosure. I ended up spending $2,000 to bring it out of foreclosure, kicked the uncle out. Then I had the friend of the family who was supposed to have taken care of my grandmother stay there. $300. She giving me $80, $100. I'm like, God, why do black people gotta be like that? I'm just telling you, man. She's like that black guy when I was at Albertsons the other day. He's like, your mask should be put on properly because I'm having a heart attack. Now, if he was a man, he would have said, oh, could you put your mask on properly? No, but he qualified it and he said it in front of the manager, so I couldn't just go, bam, knock him out. But I was just thinking, what's more important, wearing a mask or being beaten by a baby seal? Well, with 38.6 million people out of work, and probably at least 10 or 12 million are here in California, there's a lot of you guys of mass with health problems who are about to get beaten like baby seals by people who have no money. So they don't care if you see their mask or not. You're gonna go up to them, hey, your mask is not on properly. I'm having health problems. Hey, I haven't had a meal to eat or money for like 3 months, you idiot. Bam, 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 bam. Just like they hit the baby seals, just boom, club them. So you're gonna see that happen a lot. But it took my brothers in Huntington Beach protesting to help my governor realize, like, hey man, these white people got money down there. This is not like LA County or something. Shit, I gotta get it open. And what happened? Is the beach open now? Are all the beaches open in Ventura? That shows you money is important. Rich people do not take this stuff. But if you're poor, you don't have any money, That's why you're like, okay, I'll take the $600 a week unemployment. I'll take the $1,200 bonus. And then what it does, though, it just makes you weak. And no one respects that, because eventually the government's not going to go. If the government would have taken care of all the people, you wouldn't have all these homeless people on the street holding signs. Even a Democratic-led government, I mean, just with the Democrats in charge, can only take care of you so long. Or they'll give you, like, if you go down there off of the I-10 and Hargrove, I think they're going to house the homeless in those little sheds that you put your tools in. So that's supposed to be the new homeless house. I'm telling you, is that how you want the government? You want the government to treat you like that? So we mysteriously, when they don't need you, when they like, oh, we got to get rid of these guys, it's like mysteriously a fire. So, because all the little huts are like a vacant land, so they just set everyone on fire, huh? I'm telling you, man, I wouldn't put anything, or the homeless guy may just say, I hate all my neighbors, set them on fire. So I was like, I don't think Lincoln, the founding father, said, hey, we want all our citizens to live in little, was it like 2 feet by 6 foot tool sheds? That's not a optimal way of living. You're supposed to go out there, push yourself, make money. So, but I think some people are like, oh, okay, this pandemic was an excuse for them to give up. But you know what? Even if you get a new Congress that comes in, they're not going to be able to help you till like mid-May. And by then, they say, hey, there's no money to help you. So, hey, hopefully your local government, like the local government, like they want to decide if they want the churches open, hey, they may decide if it's a good time for you to eat or not. So, well, I said, $197, $397, $697. Take one of my programs. And I said, Martin, you're taking your money. Martin, I don't have any. Yeah, I know you probably don't have no money. I know you probably are stretched. And that's why you need to do it. Because if you do what the other person aren't willing to do, who are like saying, I'm having problems, I'm a victim, you're going to be working earlier. Because a person who hires is a person who's like on a clock. They're disciplined. They decide they want to go bankruptcy, do I want to move out of state, do I want to get an intern? Or you can come in and be the solution to their problem. So you're spending that money to put yourself ahead of 3860. Just think, say like 100,000 jobs open up, and you spent like $500 or $600. Let's just say you spent $1,000. I spent $1,000 on a 6-week course to learn the skills to put me ahead of those 38.6 million people who are out of work. How to learn how to sell, look at my money, build up my marketing skills, go out and get clients. You know what? Go and talk to those. Just think if I could get $1 from 38.6 million people, that's $38.6 million. If I can get $3 from them, that's $108 million. And I know they got it. They got the $1,200. They got the $600 a week for 13 weeks. They got the state's unemployment, and they probably won't have any other money they have, or the money they got from going to the pawn shop and stuff. So people have money. But people gave up because they're scared to talk about money, and they thought this is a good time, I guess, just to take the time off. So what I'm saying, get back to work. 197, 397, 697 programs. Martin Morris, P.O. Box 540, San Bernardino, California 92402. Martin Morris, P.O. Box 540, San Bernardino, California 92402. Study my programs, get the programs, write the check, learn how to flow the check. What you're doing is putting yourself ahead of everyone. All those companies are not going to bring everyone back. They're going to bring back the best of the best. Are you the best of the best? Do you really want to be on unemployment? $600 is going to go away. So this is going to go back to regular rates. And that's when people are going to rush back to work. That's when they're going to feel the stress. Do you want to come back to work with like a long line of people for 2 or 3 jobs, and you haven't been working for 6 or 7 months? Do you really think they're going to hire you? I admire you from going out to the job and everything and learning some interview skills and getting out the office. But why don't you have the skills that will actually get you the job? Don't be a quitter. So the theme of the day is just don't be a quitter. Don't quit like millions of Californians did when this pandemic came around. They didn't even riot. Congratulate the Huntington Beach rioters for showing us Mexicans and black people, hey, when our rights should be suppressed, we should rise up. You should thank them. We should all thank the Huntington Beach people for rising up and saying, hey, what are you doing? We don't have any problems here. You can't, just because we were here trying to make money, you can't close down our beaches. So they are not quitters. Don't you be a quitter.